I'm breaking up with Hobby Lobby. In my late 20s, I became obsessed with all of the beautiful trees I would see at specialty Christmas shops and started purchasing everything I needed for my tree from those shops each year. As my boys got older and their Christmas gifts became more expensive, I started to back off on what I would spend on decor and concentrated more on gifts. That became my habit in the years following. This year was no different. After making my Hobby Lobby purchases and deciding on what I thought I wanted for my tree, I decided to take a detour and stop into JD's All About Home. Jennifer has a channel here on YouTube. It's called Jennifer Decorates, and she also has a channel for her shop. She's very active on Instagram, so you might want to go check her out over there. And her Instagram kept coming up in my feed until one day I couldn't take it anymore and decided to go in. As per usual, when walking into her store, my mind immediately went haywire with all of the things that I could do and all of the things I wanted to buy. Ernie was with me, and as usual, always making my dreams come true, he said, "Just get what you want." So I went on a little bit of a spree. First of all, let's talk ribbon. There is a notable difference in the ribbon that you will find in a designer shop versus Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby ribbon is just fine. I've used it for years, but you're not going to get the beautiful designer look with that ribbon. Not because it isn't pretty, but simply because it isn't sturdy and substantial enough. That's not to say that you won't accomplish a beautiful tree, but spending a little bit more money on ribbon that will last many, many years makes a huge difference. Hobby Lobby ribbon is almost like a one and done. It's so inexpensive. It's easy to toss after using it one time. I'm decorating a brand new tree this year, and it was an investment. And I really wanted a beautiful tree year after year. So this year, I started making the purchases for the tree that I will add on to every year and the years after. So the design will grow each year into something more beautiful than the year before. I had to run back to the shop and grab some more stems, and Jennifer just happened to be there. I told her I was breaking up with Hobby Lobby and only shopping at her store each year. She giggled. She thought it was cute. But I'm serious. Now this year I selected some really beautiful ornaments from Home Goods. It's a great place, as you know, to snag high-end items for a fraction of the cost. So I started by purchasing a number of bulbs, and each year I'll add on to it. Next year I'm going to add something different, a different type of ornament to the tree, and that's going to be my splurge, but I'm only going to go to Jennifer's shop. Each year I have to watch tutorials to see how to do the ribbon, and I struggle with it. It's not my forte, but what I wanted was heavy on the top and then little burst of the ribbon throughout the tree. And so we're starting off by creating what I end up fixing towards the end, but a type of bow to start off the top, so just like a single loop, and then I gather and bunch. So you gather, you pop it out. It's really hard. You can watch a number of tutorials to show you how to do this. Once you get into the groove, it becomes very simple, very easy, but getting the first one down is always the toughest for me. A matter of fact, when I went into the shop and told Jennifer that I had been at it since early in the morning, she went, "Oh, really?" And I said, "Yes, I'm not like you guys. I can't do this on a whim." You know, they decorate all the time. Beautiful, beautiful trees in her shop, and what I like is she has all the trees decorated in theme, and then in baskets all around the tree are all of the items for that tree. But I didn't copy any of her designs, although I wanted to switch everything up when I went in there. I didn't. I wanted to stick with what I had in my mind. In my last video, I had told you I had a vision for this room, for this tree, and I think I nailed it. Again, I started off with some magnolia garland, and I ended up grabbing some magnolia stems from Jennifer's shop for the tree topper. But I was in Michael's, and they had these magnolia garlands, and I said, you know what, I want them in my tree, and I just want to see the magnolia leaves popping out here and there. And so the garland worked out perfect. It's the Ashland brand. and everything's on sale Christmas there as well. So I got what they had left. They're not the best, and this is another investment that I plan on making in the future, a better quality. But they are not the best because the leaves kept falling off and I had to keep reattaching them. So that is something that I will, be purchasing, like replacing. Maybe next year I'll do that. But I did want to see magnolia leaves in my tree, and I just wanted to show you guys how I get the ribbon attached into the tree. And the way I do my ribbon is I just kind of let the ribbon decide which direction it wants to go. So after you pinch it, pleat it, and attach it, and you pop it up from the back, it kind of shows you the direction that it wants to go in. This is where just design process comes in, where you just have to free flow, just have to have fun with it, and just kind of trust the instinct of the ribbon, I suppose. I don't think if you do ribbon like this, it could come out ugly. I think it will always be beautiful. So just have fun with it. It's just ribbon. You can always reattach it. And one of the beautiful things about this type of ribbon is if you don't like the way it comes out, you can always take it apart, straighten it out, and start all over, and it's going to look good as new. So you don't have to, be too concerned with that. And I think a lot of people say, well, I don't know how to do this. And I was there too. I just had to break up with the idea of perfection because the ribbon is letting me, it's just kind of dictating where it wants to go. Once I get it attached, I just kind of let it dictate the direction that it wants to go. So we're going to get this ribbon attached, and then I'm going to give you guys a closer look at what it looks like. I'm using these wired pine needle ornament hangers to attach the ribbon to the tree. I find them easier than florist wire as they are already pre-cut. I do wish I had gotten the longer ones though. And also, if you're going to Hobby Lobby, they do sell these there as well. I purchased mine on Amazon. The hardest part about decorating the tree is the ribbon and natural element placement. It takes me the longest. There's a lot of standing back and deciding where you want the ribbon on the tree. I should say not only standing back, but also looking at it from all different angles in the room to make sure it makes sense. Adding different textures to your tree not only adds volume, but also interest. Different greenery makes the tree more exciting. Although this Grand Duchess from Home Depot doesn't need much help. She's beautiful on her own. However, I learned many years ago that blending different leaf textures and greenery to a tree really elevates it. And this is another thing I plan on adding to each year. This ribbon is everything, and I don't think you can screw it up. It's just so lovely to work with. And by allowing it to go where it wants to go within the tree, it really adds such a magical touch to it when complete. I'm going to add some large spruce picks throughout the tree for added dimension. They are slightly different in texture and color from the trees, so it's going to add a ton of dimension. They were $15 each, and I have 10 in the tree. I'm going to add more next year, as well as more magnolia leaves. I should have added the picks first, but it all works out in the end. Let's get those added, and then I'm going to give you guys a closer look at how beautiful they are. I also will be adding a bow at the top of the tree, and it is so beautiful. I'll be showing you each ornament type that I'm going to be placing on the tree, and then I'm going to give you guys a close-up of everything when I'm done. Now, talking about natural elements, this year I decided to add dried orange slices to the tree. It adds such a beautiful pop of color to the tree. Wait until you see it. They're easy to make. You just slice up your oranges and place them in the oven at 200 degrees for 2 to 4 hours, depending on your oven, and you turn them every hour. It's best if you can put them on a cookie grate inside the the cookie sheets so they can dry on both sides evenly. After 4 hours, if they're still a little soft, that's okay. They'll harden as they hang on the tree. These are not storable. You toss them after use, but they are easy to make each year. I just used an inexpensive gold wire ornament hanger and punched it through the orange to hang. They are so beautiful and well worth the effort. This year I decided I wanted a beautiful, elegant Christmas. I didn't want all of the reds and the greens. I can't handle that for too long before becoming super anxious. In the living room, I am, of course, adding the tree and a beautiful garland. I don't want to overwhelm the space with a ton of decor. I want an old-fashioned Christmas where the tree, the fireplace garland, and the nativity are the main event.
There's snow everywhere from the storm last night. Winter is here. Blue jays are watching the children's play on this bright and wonderful Christmas day. It's so cold outside, we're staying in here by the fireside. I think I can hear far in the distance how sleigh bells play on this bright and wonderful Christmas day. It's a wondrously slow and golden Christmas day. When the sun gets low, you're still by my side in the afterglow and warmth from the fire. I love every moment as hours go by, holding your head in the dying light. It's so wondrously slow and golden Christmas day.
I was looking specifically for pearl-colored solid bulbs. The only place I could find them is at Hobby Lobby in the multi-packs. I used some of those on the tree in the den as well, but I wanted those to fill holes as I knew I wouldn't have enough of the other type of ornaments. Again, something to add next year. I have a running list at this point. The oranges were the perfect touch as they brightened up the tree. It was the perfect contrasting color for this tree. Now, unless you go to Multiple Home Goods, which I'm not willing to do, you'll have a hard time finding enough of one type of ornament. The beauty of that for me is I don't want my tree to have the same ornaments throughout. I want a mix of colors within the same family and also texture. I also concentrated on ornaments that would reflect light. These are glass ornaments and all very heavy. I made sure to wire them to the tree really well by tightening and twisting as I hung them. The video is sped up by 8 because this goofball recorded the entire movie in slow-mo. Imagine my surprise when I went to go edit. But know that they are all secured to the tree. I think it turned out gorgeous, and it'll only get better each year. I hope you guys agree.
There is no place I'd rather be than right here next to you. And I truly love to talk about your lovers, old and new. You never spare me details as you confide in me. I smile.
I chose to use 4 different types of garland, or actually 3, but 4 total. I used 2 of the same kind here, and then I added another one, another type, because I wanted a bunch of different greenery. I wanted it to look as natural as possible. And then, of course, I needed to add in the magnolia so that the mantle tied in with the tree. So the first thing I'm doing is just laying these over and using my hand as a guide to show. I wanted it to kind of hug the mantle on the right and hang over on the left. So I just used my fingers and I came over and I tied it to the length that I wanted. And I'm just going to get all of these all tied up together. Now, I will be honest and tell you that I did do another mantle, and I lived with it for 24 hours and got up the next day and I went to JD's. And that is because I was trying to make do with what I had, but it wasn't sitting right with me. The tree is so beautiful, and I just couldn't get away with not doing the mantle to match. The mantle turned out absolutely stunning, and I feel like the tree did too. I hope that I did Jennifer justice to all of her stuff. I hope that I made everything look beautiful because she sells the most amazing. She's not sponsoring this video at all. She doesn't even know me from Adam. I just really admire her store. And so if you're local and you want a beautiful home decorated for Christmas, you need to go stop at her store, even if it's just to add a little bit here and there. When we were talking, she was saying that people get scared off at the price of ribbon. And I said, not me. I maybe did when I first started buying ribbon like this in my 20s, late 20s or whatever. But now, when I look at the tree in my den, now I just want to redo it. I want to redo the whole tree, but I'm going to save it for next year. I'll buy the ribbon next year for that tree, but I am going to incorporate this ribbon into every tree that I have. She has the most amazing things there, and I promise if you just add a little bit each year, you're going to eventually have the most gorgeous decor. So after getting the garlands all secured together, I'm going to go ahead and add 3 different strands of lights. I put all of the battery packs together and I hid them behind so that all I have to do is go and click, 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 all 3 of them. They actually turn on for 6 hours and then turn off for, oh, what did they say, 18 hours or something? So you could do that too. Just forget about it because they'll turn off. They're all battery operated. And, you know, every Christmas I go through so many batteries, and batteries don't last like they used to, I'll tell you that. Anyways, I just wanted a little sparkle in the mantle. I don't like cords hanging, so the battery operated are perfect. But I did want just a little bit of a sparkle, and I didn't want twinkling lights in the mantle. And the reason why is because the tree is 9 feet tall and it twinkles beautifully. And I think with all of the things I'm going to be putting into this garland, the twinkle of the lights hitting the ornaments that I'm going to be adding is just perfect. But I didn't want it to feel like a disco in my family room. I just wanted the tree to sparkle and a little sparkle in the mantle. So now I'm taking the magnolia leaves and I'm just weaving that, and I'm pulling and tugging and stuffing, and I'm just trying to hide all of the, the cording that everything gets attached to. This is another investment that I mentioned that I'm going to be making next year is a really good I can't even talk. A really good magnolia garland, because this one is so cheap. I'm not going to get rid of this one. All it's going to require is for me to hot glue the leaves onto the whatever it's attached to, the thing. But you see here how I've turned, and some of the leaves want to be upside down, and I love that. I just pulled, some of the garland through and just kind of weaved it and just made it look super natural. And that is everything. This is no different than fluffing your Christmas tree. So when you don't fluff a Christmas tree, it doesn't look good. You've got to fluff the mantle. You've got to really take your time to do this. Now I'm going to add a simple 3-loop bow. Don't look at me for tutorials. I'm horrible at these. I don't know. I pop it up. I twist. I get it to look good. When you're using good ribbon, this is really easy to do. It's a lot easier to make a bow with really good ribbon as opposed to the less expensive stuff. This stuff you can maneuver it to do what you want it to do. And I'm telling you, it is worth the investment. I promise you. And so anyways, I'm going to add that, and then I'm going to pull some through the garland and make it look like it's kind of coming out, in one part and then over, just really playing with it. But before I do that, I have some ornaments that I got at JD's. I'm going to show you those. Look how beautifully she packages everything too. I equate her store to, have you ever been to Nordstrom's and shopped there? And you know how the cashiers always come out from behind the the cash register, and they hand you your bag. And you know, you are spending more money at Nordstrom's for quality items. And that is exactly the treatment you get at JD's as well. I mean, it's just such a special shop. So anyways, so we're going to get these ornaments, and it's funny. I was in the store and I was like, I'm looking for a smaller. So we found the blue ornaments, and then I said, I need something smaller. I don't want just big balls in my, you know. Anyways, I ran across these, and Jennifer had came out and she was saying she was going to go run some errands. And so her and her two employees, the girls, they're so sweet. I was like, do you think they'll look good? And Jennifer said, just add them. I promise you're going to love them. And she's right. Jennifer, you were right. They're beautiful. So I broke one though. I broke one. This right here was supposed to have 3, and I broke one, but I think it works out. 3 and then 2, an odd number. Odd numbers in decor is always good. So I was bummed, but I broke it. Anyway, so now that I've got those added, I'm going to just kind of go in with some of the gold bows and just kind of weave it in and out and play with it. You see, I'm just messing with it till I get it to where I kind of let the ribbon, just like in the tree, decide where it wants to go. And then once I'm happy with where it wants to go, then I secure it. And it always looks so beautiful when you do this. I love, this is probably this is my all-time favorite tree and mantle that I've ever done. And next year, my upstairs is going to get this ribbon and the beautiful ornaments, and my den is going to get the beautiful ribbon and beautiful ornaments. I'm breaking up with Hobby Lobby for real. I promise you. After working with this and doing this, I can't go back. I just can't. So anyways, I'm going to leave you guys with some final shots. I'm going to show you guys some nighttime shots. It just looks so beautiful. I would love to know what you guys think down in the comments. Make sure to leave me a comment and let me know. I would appreciate that. I hope you guys like it. Be nice. And I want to thank you guys so much for staying till the end. I hope that I inspired you. I gave you some inspiration and some motivation to get your home decorated beautifully for the holidays. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Enjoy these shots. Bye.
There is no place I'd rather be than right here next to you. And I truly love to talk about your lovers, old and new. You never spare me details as you confide in me. I smile and give advice, but cannot tell you how I feel. How easy it would be to fall for you, but that of course is something I won't do. 'Cause we've agreed between you and me, we're nothing more than friends. How silly it would be to put this friendship to an end.